all the best boxing content, don't forget to like, subscribe, and punch that bell for notifications.
Touch him up, todas las manos.
George Kambosos Jr. making his United States debut, ranked number 5 in the world by the WBA in the lightweight division, 13-0 with 7 knockouts, battling Jose Ferrero out of Panama, the 20-fight veteran.
I scored the stare-out 10-9 for Kambosos.
Yes.
It was a good one.
Probably the best stare-down we've seen all night. Big right hand to start off for Ferrero. Ferrero starting off strong.
Look how much bigger Ferrero looks.
Oh, and a big right hook. Oh, down goes Ferrero, face first. He caught Ferrero on the button.
This fight might go a little quicker than I thought.
Kambosos looking to make an emphatic statement in his debut here in the United States.
Showing a little bit of maturity by punching to the body as well as the head now.
Big right hand by Kambosos moments ago.
I think Kambosos need to relax, settle down just a little. He's trying too hard with the punches. Let him flow.
When he hit Ferrero moments ago, it was with a laser right hand.
So you tighten up and throw those hard, extra hard shots, your opponent can brace for him.
Oh, and a big shot down goes Ferrero for the second time. Dynamite in the hands of George Kambosos Jr.
Michael Taker giving him a shot.
A former sparring partner for Manny Pacquiao. Is Kambosos actually got Pacquiao ready for his fight with Jeff Horn. But Kambosos looks tremendous here tonight. Big left hook. Another right uppercut by Kambosos. Left hook. It's only a matter of time before Ferrero hits the deck again.
He's going down right now.
Mike Ortega waves it off, and this one is over.
Good stoppage.
Welcome to the United States. Myquan Williams fighting here at Foxwoods for the 9th time. He has made this his home base, the East Hartford, Connecticut product, as he takes on Orlando Felix.
Gentlemen, I want a clean fight. Caballeros, quiero una pelea limpia. Good luck to both of you. Buena suerte a los dos. Touch about todas las manos.
This is for the WBC Silver Super Lightweight Championship. Basically, it's a step to be ranked within the WBC 140-pound rankings, Steve.
Yeah, exactly, and that's very early for Myquan Williams, who's only 20 years old and has had only 10 pro fights.
Williams taking on Orlando Felix, who is coming off a unanimous decision victory over Juan Carlos Contreras back on December 21st of last year.
And we should point out, Ray, that that fight for Felix was his first fight in 8 years. He had an 8-year layoff. He has a good record, but he has not been active at all. How sharp can he be? Let's see.
For Myquan Williams, only 20 years of age. Nickname is Marvelous.
And my only concern with Myquan Williams is will they rush him? And it appears that they are moving him pretty rapidly by getting him this WBC title shot, because once you get ranked in the top 15, then you got to keep fighting other ranked guys. It's hard for you to really pick and choose to develop the guy. Once you're there, you are there, and they're trying to put him there. Might be too soon.
Well, not to get an alphabet soup, guys, but Steve, would this victory catapult him into the top 15 at 140?
No, I don't think so. This is his first scheduled 8-round fight. He's really a 6-round fighter. So I think it's still early in the game. It'll be nice to have a belt, but I don't think that belt will mean that much in terms of the ratings. Remember, the WBC also rates 40 fighters per division.
So he may get him within the top 25,
yeah, exactly.
Somewhere around those.
May be somewhere 30, 35 or something, but I don't know that, not being a 10-round fighter yet, I don't think he deserves to be rated, to be honest. Not yet.
Right. No, that's fair, and I may have misspoke by saying top 15. I'm thinking, top 20,
you're probably thinking in a fight or two, which I even think that's too quick for him.
Yes, absolutely.
I mean, to kind of, echo your sentiments, I mean, I think that's exactly where You know, they might be leaning toward big right hand.
Nice right hand.
It wobbled Felix.
He caught him coming in. He landed an overhand right.
Williams
coming in.
is going for the finish. Marvelous Myquad Williams hammering Orlando Felix. Look at this. And he goes down to the canvas.
Look at the legs of Felix if you can. Very stiff.
Myquad Williams, the decorated amateur, looking to send the home faithful. Big left
won't
hook.
make it out this round.
Felix is out on his feet. This one is over.
Irish Andy Lee. Oh, boy, he has got himself a nice crowd here at BB King's. It's our main event. They're going 10 rounds. Lee in the red trunks. Gold trim. Daryl Cunningham. Would you call that peach?
He called it peach. He called it peach yesterday.
All right.
So we could call it peach.
All right.
Or salmon. Well, would you notice right away with these two, Brian? They're both lefties.
Yes.
And I was looking at the records of both guys. Lee's fought a couple of lefties. And Benji Estevez doing some cleaning up. Cunningham's faced a couple of lefties as well, but not for many, many years.
You know, Lee has talked a lot about he wanting to fight Matthew Macklin. You know, other guys in this middleweight division. And like you said, you got to get through this one first. He wants another crack at the title as well. You know, as you pointed out, Brian, Cunningham's a guy who's been around the block. He's fought some good, he's fought some bad, he's fought a lot of people.
Yeah, he's fought prospects, he's fought punchers, he's fought boxers. Antoine Echo is one of the biggest punchers that I've seen. You know, he was able to knock Antoine Echoes out in the 3rd round. Demetrius Jenkins, who's a big puncher, he knocked him out.
Ooh, here's a good right. Lee follows it up with some left hands, and he's got Cunningham hurt up against the rope. He's teeing off, and that's it.
All right, 4 rounds of boxing out of the middleweight division between Anthony Hunter and Peter Quillen. Both these guys look like they're in tremendous physical condition, making their pro debuts.
Quillen fought in the Nationals as an amateur, so he's got some pretty good pedigree.
Left hook by Quillen, and all of a sudden, Hunter's in trouble. Hunter is in trouble in the 1st round. This is his pro debut. Quillen jumping all over him.
And actually, inexperience showed he hurt the guy.
Oh! A right hand, and he doesn't go down.
Bad call by the ref.
Another right hand.
It wasn't knocked.
Yeah, the ropes kept him up.
Oh, man. Quillen. Kid Chocolate putting a hurt on Anthony Hunter.
And his mom just hit me about 3 times. She's jumping up right behind me.
She kept saying, Mama loves you.
This isn't going to last much
Oh,
longer.
another left hook, and this is over. This should be over.
I agree.
This should be over. Stop this fight.
He's out of it.
He is out of it.
Yeah, he's still wobbling.
Yes. Impressive.
Thank goodness.
Peter Quillen. What a debut.
Well, you know, in Notre Dame, there's a boxing championship held there every year called the Bengal Bout. Started when Newt Rockney was on the campus, the football coach back in the 20s. They don't allow guys that fight as many amateur fights as Tommy Z has had to compete in it. They encourage kids to come in and learn how to fight and compete for the Bengal Bouts, and all the money goes to the missions for the Holy Cross Fathers of Notre Dame. There have been a lot of football players who have been in the Bengal Bouts, including Ross and Jim Browner, Ken McAfee, and even Rudy, Dan Rudiger of the famous film Rudy. And Tommy Z, of course, comes from the Golden Gloves tradition. But boxing is big at Notre Dame, and he is the biggest thing they've ever had.
It seems Bale is just looking for one big punch. Can't let a guy hit on you while you.
Oh, there's a left and a right by Zbikowski, and down goes Bell, opening seconds of the fight.
4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. You all right?
Zbikowski, a right-hand lead, and that's it. It took exactly 2 shots to send Bell down, and he was done for the night. One more after he suggested he could continue, and Arthur Mercante let him take one more shot, and that was it. Great training job, Angelo.
Proud moment for Angelo Dundee. The knockout still following him around.
That's right.
And he's as happy tonight as if he was just stepping out of the corner with Muhammad Ali.
And there's the Notre Dame football players. There's Brady Quinn right there. Now there's a crowd of their
Just
teammates.
couldn't unwind. He's had some fights, but he just couldn't get unwind.
He came in with 4 professional fights. He had knocked out his opponent in the 2 he won. He had lost 2. But Zbikowski just attacked from the opening bell. Zbikowski comes over to say nice going, congratulate his effort, but he didn't have a chance to have much of an effort.
No, this guy was ready. He's all psyched up. They let him play that song before the fight. Don't ever let them sing a victory march like that. So I think Bell thought he would extend him for a round or 2 and then go for it.
Well, we didn't learn much about Tommy Z as a boxer, but we can see he can punch.
The right hand, and he's tumbling from this point on.
It was really that first punch, wasn't it? I mean,
yeah, it was a tumbling effect. It was just one straight boom. Spin him all the way around. Now, that's a lot to knock a man that big. Watch this. Spin his body around. Look. You don't want to get hit like that. I've had that happen to me, and it's not nice.
Look at the undefeated record of Redkach. He has 9 KOs in 10 bouts, but Bell have 5 KOs in his 7 wins. So look for bombs being thrown in this bout.
Redkach is, of course, one of those top prospects. We've seen him before here on Broadway boxing. He's always been impressive, Steve.
Yes, very much so. He's very aggressive. He's definitely one of the top prospects at this weight in boxing, 10-0, and an exciting fighter. And the difference here, he has a lot of amateur experience. Bell had no amateur fights.
Redkach, of course, in those black trunks, silver trim. Derek Bell out of Tennessee in the white trunks.
And talking to Derek Bell at the weigh-in, he said he would be a little more aggressive. This fight out, he don't know much about Redkach, so he's looking to take it to him. But his posture is more of a defensive posture here early on in the first round.
Redkach, of course, the southpaw, sizing him up.
If you take a look at Bell here, his back foot always in the position to slide back. His movement, body movement, is not that of a forward type boxer.
Redkach gets him on the ropes, connects with the left to the body. Here's another left that connected Bell. And they exchange a couple of punches on the ropes.
Dedrick Bell lost 10 of his last 11.
Oh, there's a right that hurt him.
Whoa.
It stumbled Bell. He's in trouble, and he holds on.
I was about to say, Brian, the reason he's here, he's lost 10 of 11, but only 1 by stoppage. So he's here to give Redkach rounds if he can.
You can hear Redkach's corner saying, going to the body, take the body.
That was
Bell's
a nice
still
right
hurt.
hook.
Yeah, he's still hurt. Redkach is taking that advice. He is pounding, digging body shots, and that Bell goes to the canvas.
See, Dedrick Bell.
Oh, another
nice
big
right
left to the body, and Bell goes down again.
Redkach showed what he's all about. He's very aggressive, and the fact that he stopped Dedrick Bell in 1 round, the fact that he beat him means very little because Bell has lost 10 of his last 11. The fact that he stopped him so quickly and convincingly speaks volumes about why Redkach is such a high prospect.
If talent has a way of overcoming that, Scott, I'll tell you, Brian's had a lot of experience in the amateur program, so that's a little different. Whoa! He caught him with that left hook coming across the ring and hurt him.
Big right hand got in there too. It was Doria who said, I'm going to take out Viloria in the first round, but the Hawaiian punch is the one who comes out swinging.
He landed that left hook as he went by him. Doria better get on his bicycle now and get his legs back.
Good combination. The left hook comes in again, Scott.
I'll tell you what, Brian's not giving him a chance to get on his bike. He's tagging him right away. Brian's got to get a little closer to land those punches.
Left hand scores again. And out of all that abuse of the first 45 seconds of this first round, Luis Doria hits the canvas.
7, 8, Gonzalez. ¿Cómo te sientes? Bien? Bien, vamos.
Brian Viloria coming out like a man on a mission, trying to finish this fight off. Doria's got to get that jab going and tie him up whenever he can. Can't take any more of these.
Dr. Lou Moret can't take any more of seeing it. He ends this fight. 1:14 of the first round. The Hawaiian punch makes quite the statement.
This is the pro debut for Hedgeman. There's Quillen out the cannon. Scheduled for 4 rounds in the middleweight division. That's the kind of aggressiveness you want to see as Quillen goes to work, knocks out the mouthpiece of Hedgeman. That left hook is devastating for Quillen. He's looking for it now. And down goes Hedgeman.
5, 6, 7.
Kid Chocolate is all business. Nothing sweet and nice about this.
Shades of Corrales Castillo, a knockdown. The mouthpiece comes out, and the fighter who suffered the knockdown gets a little bit extra time to recover. It might not matter today, though.
Quillen moving in, attacking the body. Hedgeman keeps his hands up. Up jab lands, followed by the right hand. Another left hook. This kid has a nice assortment of skill.
Very tenacious.
There's another sharp left hook. Hedgeman in all kinds of trouble with 1:45 to go in the first round.
He's looking for that knockout.
Hedgeman wedged in the corner, and he ties up Quillen.
Yeah, Quillen's got to be a little careful not to get too close, because he's smothering his own power.
No body work on the inside from Quillen.
They are really exchanging punches now. Hedgeman in all kinds of trouble. Quillen, a right hand.
Out on his feet.
And Hedgeman, puts him to sleep. It's over. Kid Chocolate
That's
with
ugly.
a devastating knockout.
That's ugly. That's ugly. He actually got hurt a couple of times in the corner, but made his way out.
Big Charles, Brian Adams, ringside. Our good pal and broadcast partner Steve Farhood couldn't make the fights tonight, but we're coming in with world champions instead, try to fill in the gap. And joining us now, it's a pleasure to be joined by Andre Berto, the welterweight, WBC welterweight champion of the world. Congratulations, champ.
Appreciate it. Pleasure to be here. Thank you.
You know these guys, right? They're both dangerous. They both got big right hands, as we talked about at the top.
Yeah, really dangerous. I've been watching, Randall Bailey for a while, and he's very.
Oh man! As we speak, tremendous left hook, and his right hand was the best. He's not getting up.
That's the end of the fight. You're right.
Wow! What a tremendous explosive display from Randall Bailey. We could hardly even get set up here.
Nice left hook. Wow, nicely placed.
Just perfect. It was almost solar plexus rib, and man, Daro Esalas is down big time. This is a guy who made his pro debut in 1994. He's coming off a loss to Victor Ortiz. But now this could be career-ending for him. I can tell you, we're at the fight, so the fight broke out, didn't it? But not in the ring, guys.
I think Vinny lost some fans in that one. They might have got thrown out.
I think Vinny lost. I
He
think
lost
Vinny
half
lost
his-
most of his fans.
I was his cheering section.
Maddalone and all, he's in the black and white.
Oh, he
coming
came out
forward. Oh boy, and it looks like Joe Stofle at 261 pounds. He's tough, he's been down, he's been out, he's gotten back up. But Maddalone is pouring it on now.
Yeah, Vinny hurt with an uppercut.
Yeah, that guy, he's feeling it.
He's walking him down and he's going for the finish now. Benny just winging wide shots.
Well, Joe,
and Stofle not holding on.
Stofle calls himself the pride of St. Charles, which is in Missouri. He's soon learning Vinny is the pride of these club fights.
It's right. Brian, you said it. That's his comfort zone. Fighting like here. Packed house, New York. Big right hands from Maddalone.
And Joe Stofle, you know, at one point they put him in the ring with 5 prospects in a row. He's knocked out each time, though, but they put him in the ring with 5 prospects in a row.
Yeah, the lefty Bryant, Malcolm Tan, Chaz Witherspoon. Guys with a lot more upside potential. Let's face it, Joe Stoffle's a traveling opponent. He's getting abused here in the first round in New York.
And I don't think he's going to get knocked out by a headshot. I think a body shot.
He's down now, and Danny Chabon picks up the count.
If you notice, I think it was a left hook to the body,
Yeah,
a right hand to the body that started the trouble.
Yeah, the right hands have been effective from Maddalone, but he's just teeing off. He's got free shots galore here. Very little coming back from Stofle. Can Stofle get out of the first round? We'll see. Kidney shot from Maddalone as he pours it on.
Non-stop.
Stofle not trying to hold on, though. I don't know why, Paulie.
Might be too tough for his own good.
And the funny thing about this, Vinny looks like a killer. He's one of the nicest guys you will ever want to meet.
Yeah, not the
cool
16-foot ring, though. But
what a
shot. Right hand.
What a shot.
And Stoffle's not going to get up here, is he? Yeah, he's climbing to his feet.
See, Paulie, you made a perfect point a second ago. Too tough for his own good.
No
Right
three
there,
knockdown
the referee
here.
could have stopped it. I mean, he's only going to catch more beating right here.
If he gets out of the first here.
This is not a guy who's going to quit. He needs to be rescued.
But see, after a while, it's no longer called being tough. It's called stupidity.
Yeah. But you know what? As a fighter, your fighting instincts come out, and I can't blame him for that. And that's why you need a referee or a good corner.
That left hook, I think, is severe damage.
And Danny Chabon taking a big look, and he's seen enough just before the end of the round. Good call from Danny Chabon. Vinny Maddalone, power shots raining down on Joe Stofle, who had nothing, couldn't return fire, was hopelessly out of this.
And you see how good a good guy Vinny is. Right away, he went and shook Joe Stoffle's hand. He's a good guy as soon as the fight's over.
Yeah, not a lot of quitting, Joe Stofle, a lot of resolve. Compensates in the past for a lack of talent, but he got exposed tonight. Vinny Maddalone, an impressive first round stoppage. He had Stofle down twice before the referee Danny Chabon just pulled the plug seconds before the end of the first round.
In his young professional career, a member of the Dominican Olympic team. And he'll be taking on Alex Armenta from Los Angeles, California, 168 pounds. He's 22 years of age, and he too undefeated at 7-0 with 6 knockouts. 1998 California Golden Gloves champ.
Watch your heads on the inside.
Tim Wheeler remains our referee.
Obey my commands at all time. Remember, you guys are professionals.
Brian Adams got a
Right,
6-round technical decision win against Yanni Vargas. Fight stopped on accidental cuts. Get a look at Armenta getting ready. And
Dave.
14 rounds as a pro for Armenta.
You ready?
Ravelo
Here we go on the bell, fellas.
was a pretty good amateur, Teddy. He actually beat Jeff Lacey in the 1999 U.S. Challenge Cup, lost to Lacey in the Olympic trials, became a U.S. citizen in 1998. He had dual citizenship, so when he realized he couldn't make the U.S. Olympic boxing team, went down to the Dominican Republic and made their team and got a trip to Sydney.
And this fight's not going to last too long. That good right hand by Ravelo, who has good size for this weight class. And as you said, had well over 100 amateur fights. That's serving him well now against Armenta, who only had 7 amateur fights.
Yeah, this is the case of 2 guys who are undefeated, but they are undefeated on different levels. Ravelo with a good straight right hand.
I was going to say before the record 7-0 of Armenta, I was going to ask you remember that commercial? Is it live or is it Memorex? I was going to say, is this a built-up record or is it a real one? One thing you have to give Ravelo credit for, he's doing the real work, the real stuff. He's doing what you're supposed to do with a guy that there's doubts about.
Armenta takes a knee. There is a 3 knockdown rule in effect. There's knockdown number 2.
You know what I like there? I know he's having target practice, Ravelo, but he went to the body with that right hand and then up top.
That hurt Armenta. So Ravelo scores 1 more knockdown in this fight. Officially will be stopped. There's another good body shot.
Ravelo's looking to set up the headshot by going to the body. Let Armenta think down and then throw high.
And there he goes. Fight's over. So 2 guys with undefeated records, 1 legitimate and 1 guy who could be making some hay. Armenta goes down 3 times, 147 of round number 1.
Ladies and gentlemen, DiBella Entertainment and Tony Holden Productions are proud to present the main event of the evening, 10 rounds of boxing in the heavyweight division. Brought to you in association with your king of beers, Budweiser, and sanctioned by the New York State Athletic Commission, Chairman Ron Scott Stevens, Commissioner in attendance Jerome Becker. If this bout should go to the scorecards, the 3 judges scoring are Tommy Kazmarek, Wynn Kintz, and Melvina Lathan. And when the bell rings, your referee in charge of the action, Wayne Kelly. And now, for the thousands in attendance and the millions watching around the world, from Buffalo, New York, let's get ready to rumble! Introducing first, fighting out of the red corner, wearing white with red and officially weighing 232 3/4 pounds. He has a perfect professional record, 26 bouts, 26 victories, including 24 knockouts. From Buffalo, New York, here is the undefeated Baby Joe Mesi. And his opponent across the ring, fighting out of the blue corner, wearing black trimmed with red, his official weight, 209 1/2 pounds. An excellent professional record consisting of 18 victories, including 16 knockouts, with only 1 defeat. From the mile-high city of Denver, Colorado, ladies and gentlemen, the viral Hutch Sleep Williamson.
Let's go, DeVaro. DeVaro, Joe, we're boxing under the rules of the New York State Athletic Commission. I expect a clean fight. Obey my commands at all times. Shake hands, come out boxing at the bell. Good luck, 10 rounds.
This is Joe Mesi's night of nights as a prize fighter. Is it his fight of fights?
And you can see that both fighters, against lesser opposition, have produced first-round fireworks. In fact, Mesi in his last fight knocked out Robert Davis of Akron, Ohio in 1 minute and 20 seconds. DeVaro Williamson sticks the long jab in Mesi's face. local observers say to me, Baby Joe has to prove he's fearless in this fight. If he hangs back and gives Williamson a chance to try to land something big from range, he'll be making a mistake.
There you saw his pretty quick hands.
Mesi's been getting hit with a few of the jabs, but what seems to be to his advantage is that Williamson seems to be very stiff, very upright. Very vulnerable for straight punches.
Mesi reaching up against the taller Williamson and landing a 1-2. The body is there and available to Joe, and he starts to go to it with the left hook. In comes upstairs and lands there as well. Good start for Mesi.
Mesi's made a good combination of boxing and bullying, mixing it in and out, which is working very effectively. Being physical, but still boxing.
That time he blocked the jab. Good right hand by Mesi as he ducked to left and came back big.
He's hurt.
And Williamson's hurt. Joe Mesi's got an early opportunity. Down he goes. Crowd goes nuts.
That's it.
5, 6, 7, 8. That's it. That is it. A 1-minute and 50-second knockout for Joe Mesi. Lightning strikes on Boxing After Dark in Buffalo.
And he looks good every second of the round, setting it up.
Yes. Got him with a few jabs, started moving, getting underneath the jabs, and then exploding and moving in and out, exploding, moving in and out. Very smart fight.
They call it star quality. And Joe Mesi has just provided a bundle of it to the heavyweight division.
Talk about putting an exclamation point on the night and making his night his night.
So Joe Harris against Jaidon Codrington. Codrington, the local favorite from Queens, 2-0, 2 knockouts. Harris from Union City, Tennessee, 6-4, 4 KOs, scheduled for 4 rounds in the super middleweight division. And here we go, round number 1. And the last time we saw Jaidon Codrington on Broadway Boxing, Steve, he did a terrific job.
Well, we've seen him improve drastically from that pro debut to the second fight. He was so much more relaxed, Gus, when he fought the second time. And we really saw the talent that made him such a hot amateur.
So Codrington forced to fight a southpaw. Harris in good shape.
And Harris weighed 185 pounds 2 fights ago, Gus. So he's come way down, presumably in much better shape than he was previously, and fighting super middleweight 168 tonight. That's a 17-pound difference.
But you look at his arms and his shoulders and his back, and you see he has a very solid frame. Codrington, first time he's faced a southpaw in his career as a professional.
Well, Codrington, being the orthodox fighter, of course, the formula, he wants to keep his lead foot outside the southpaw's lead foot. Wants to move to his left and away from the power.
Oh, that right hand buckled Harris, and Harris is out on his feet. Holy mackerel! What a shot by Jaidon Codrington. And this one is over.
Walk to me. Put your hands up. Right? Continue. You sure?
Joe Harris is in trouble. And it's over. A lead right hand sends Joe Harris to the mat. And he is out.
Oh, that's it.
Jaidon Codrington.
Wow.
A scintillating performance here at the Grand Ballroom in New York City. Wow. And he landed a crisp right hand.
coming, baby. It's a new era.
What a performance by Jaidon Codrington. He improves to 3-0, his third knockout. Here's a young man that won at every level as an amateur and continually gets sharper and crisper when we see him here on Broadway Boxing. Let's take a look at the first knockdown. Watch this punch.
Dig into the body.
12 of Codrington's 13 connects were power shots, and then that lead right hand ended this fight.
All right, so you have Steven Martinez taking on Cheyenne Ziegler. And, you know, Steven Martinez, this is a fighter, Brandon Jacobs of the New York Giants. This is one of his personal fighters.
Yeah, Brandon took a real liking to him when he was sparring with Kendall Hope.
All right, let's take a look at the tail of the tape of these two boxers. Brian, what do we see?
Well, look at the numbers there and the height. But forget about that, because Steven Martinez fights like he's the shorter guy. So look for that in this fight.
Steven Martinez, 5-0 out of the Bronx. And, you know, everyone who you talk to when they talk about Martinez, Steve, they say, listen, he's got everything you want offensively. Defensively, needs some work.
Yeah, he's very exciting offensively, hence the 5 KOs and 5 wins. He's a 3-time New York Golden Glove champ, but the key here, he's only 20 years old, so he's a developing fighter, and defense is exactly what he needs to work on.
All right, Martinez, of course, in the blue trunks. Cheyenne Ziegler in the red trunks with the black trim. The reservation sensation. And a great nickname.
That, huh?
Great nickname.
Ziegler, half Spanish, half Native American.
Got some pop. He has a couple of knockouts to go along with his 3-5 record. And Martinez backs him up.
Nice
Short
right
left hand, yeah, by Martinez.
I was talking about the right hand from Ziegler.
Martinez again on the offensive. Another right hand by Martinez.
But Steven Martinez, the MO on him, as the fight progresses, he gets closer and closer. And nice body
and knocked
shot.
him down. Just like that. And Ziegler is hurt. That body shot was devastating.
And people watching right now, I want you to understand, he's not faking. A liver shot, left hook to the liver, a crippling shot. It's very, very painful. So no matter how good you are, and I'm not saying Ziegler is good, but no matter how good you are, it will hurt, a shot like that.
Harlem's own Tor Hamer taking on Terrell Nelson out of Plainfield, New Jersey. Give me the tail of the tape, Brian.
Well, the tail here, Terrell Nelson, he's not an old 39. He's experienced. So I look for him to use that experience and that 20-pound weight advantage he have to push Tor Hamer around in this fight.
Going 6 rounds with these heavyweights. Nelson was away from the fight game for about 10 years, from 97 to 2007. He is 0-6 with 2 no contests in his last 8 fights, Steve.
Exactly, and against pretty tough opposition. I mean, Devin Vargas, who was a U.S. Olympian, Dominic Gwynn, once a top 10 heavyweight. So Nelson's been matched pretty tough, but Hamer coming off his first career loss. Let's see if he's tentative at all.
Hamer, of course, from Harlem in the blue trunks with the white trim. Nelson in the all-black trunks. This is round 1. We're going 6 with these heavyweights, and Hamer coming right after him. Hamer, of course, a Penn State grad.
And I like the fact that Hamer's giving movement and some bounce in his step, and he's working a jab.
Big shot by Hamer.
He certainly appears to be a step quicker.
Another right
than
hand
Nelson.
by Hamer. Oh, another left and a right by Hamer. So he's connecting early on.
Well, Hamer is all about athleticism and quickness and boxing ability. And the last time out, he fought a 6'7" guy. Now he's in with a 6-foot guy. That's a big difference in terms of what he can do.
You're right, because
big shot by Hamer, and Nelson's down.
It was a quick, short shot that knocked him down.
Let's see if Hamer tries to put him away. Nelson trying to recover after being knocked down.
Well, Tor definitely looks alive today.
Big shot again by Hamer, and Nelson goes right through the ropes. Nelson staggered.
Yeah, he's in trouble. He's in trouble. It's clear. And Tor knows how to finish a guy, so this is dangerous territory for.
All right, so Curtis Stevens, 1-0, ready to take on Ontario Vines. And Vines is a football player at Youngstown State, and we'll find out very shortly if his career is in football or boxing.
He's a safety, so let's see if he can backpedal.
Well, during Curtis' professional debut, I wanted to make mention of this. He didn't give me a chance to. The guy lost in the Olympic trials to Andre Ward, who eventually went on to win the gold medal for the United States. So he's a top amateur.
And Vines is keeping his right hand low, and that's it. Wow.
The chin checkers.
Wow.
That
Vines
right hand.
in a lot of trouble. I think he's thinking about football right now.
He in a 4-point stance.
Wow. Lightning in a bottle.
What took him so long, Gus?
30 seconds into the first round.
Open.
Folks, this young man has all the potential to be one of the greats. If he keeps his head on, this kid can be one of those guys. So Jaidon Codrington ready to take on Gerald Lowe, and as the two men met in the center of the ring, you can tell that Codrington has a very nice height and reach advantage over Gerald Lowe.
And his body is filled out just a tad more.
So Gerald Lowe, you have to be so courageous. First and foremost, to step between those ropes. Here's a man that has his work cut out for him tonight.
Jaidon has the nickname Chin Checkers. Perfect nickname.
See, Lowe is going to fight from the outside. He's got to get a little bit, come in and out. If he stays outside, Codrington's going to use that jab and just pick him apart.
But you two guys are moving on the fact that Jaidon is very talented. Yes, he is. But the one thing that stands out to me is Jaidon is very smart inside the ring.
Lowe in trouble already, staggering in the ring. Codrington taking his time. Body shot.
Beautiful body shot.
Overhand right sends Lowe to the canvas. That is what is affectionately called the can opener. Jaidon Codrington, and this one may be over before it starts. And it is.
Just too much weight, guys, too much weight. Jaidon is physically strong as it is. No, the crowd is a little unsettled here, but they don't understand. Too much weight.
Ready for boxing as we look at the young prince, Jamar Patterson, going against too good Terrence Thomas from Newburgh, New York. Jamar Patterson, young prince, destined to be king, according to his trainer, Tim Green.
See, Thomas is a southpaw right off the bat. Patterson very confident when we got to talk to him. He said he's been fighting since he's 14, and this is a stepping stone for him.
Utica, New York, about 70 miles away from the casino here, as we've got good action early on. Thomas carrying the fight to the young prince.
Patterson, 22 years old, very calm in there. Nice little short right hand. Nice body shot by Patterson.
This is exactly what Terrence Thomas should be doing. Jumping right on the young guy. The guy's home. He has all these fans. Jump right on him. Get him defensive early.
Doesn't Patterson look a little bit like a clean-shaven Michael Olajide?
And he told me, I actually seen him when he came in today. No one else seen him, but I seen him when he came in. And he got lost driving. He ended up, he told me, up in Lake Placid.
Oh, this is Thomas. Make a wrong turn.
How do you get lost going from Newburgh, New York to Syracuse? It's a straight line, guys.
Maybe he fell asleep at the wheel. But
Tom-
you see what? I'm sorry. Thomas accomplished what he wanted to do. He got the crowd quiet. He got Jamal Patterson thinking. Patterson's not trying to overwhelm him. So, I mean, goal accomplished if that's what he had in his mind.
Jamar Patterson does have a different kind of look, and he's trying to get some work done in that corner against Thomas.
Looking at Patterson at 140, looks like he can fill out on that 5'9" frame. It's very confident. Yeah.
But you see the demeanor, as you mentioned, Bill, the demeanor. He came into the ring, you know, hype, had his people with him, but now there's a look of concern there.
Patterson obviously very comfortable in this building. As we said, this is his 4th professional fight. All have been here at Turning Stone, and he was expecting to have quite a crowd here tonight.
Just trying to get that distance established between himself and Thomas. Thomas staying a little farther outside.
And working his jab. That's telegraph. You step all the way over to throw a right hand.
Left to the body.
For one shot at a time now.
Like Patterson was busier about 2 minutes ago. He just slowed down as the round is going.
10 Thomas would be all right, in my opinion, if he don't get tired. And he got in here at 1:30, 2 o'clock in the morning, so we'll see what happens.
But he had extra rest since he missed yesterday's weigh-in. Theoretically, good action along the ropes.
Nice body work.
Got him in trouble.
Ref is stopping it?
And Patterson looks like he's going to get a victory here.
So that's where the standing 8 count would work. But that was different. That was strange.
Charlie Fitch jumping in and stopping the action just seconds before the end of the first round. Terrence Thomas showing some agitation in his corner, and maybe you could understand why.
As well he should. That's right. This is his job. This is his livelihood.
Here's the rally. Now, just see if what's landed is clean. Good body work. Good body work by Patterson. But Thomas is covered up, backing up. He's not firing back, but he's not really getting hit clean. There's one good clean shot. That wasn't called for.
Not enough.
That wasn't called for. That's another one. You see his eyes. His eyes are clear. He's against it. He got his hands caught. That was earlier in the round, but he got out of there. And you see Patterson just working the body. It was one shot right down the middle.
Ivan Redkach, Tibor Brosch. If this fight goes the way this stare down just went, these guys got some evil intentions, don't they?
I tell you, Redkach would scare me. He scared me just now, and he wasn't looking in my eyes.
Redkach in the white trunks, the gold trim, and Brosch coming right after him in the black trunks.
We like that.
Absolutely.
We really don't know what to expect from Brosch, even though he's had 15 fights. They've all been in Canada.
Here comes Brosch, body shot there by Brosch.
Push on his ass. Don't let him be comfortable.
He is just trying to smother Redkach right now.
Brosch says he's fought a couple of lefties prior. He says he likes fighting lefties. I think I can see why he turns them into stationary targets with that pressure.
Yeah, going to the body, followed up with a headshot, Brosch did.
Good left hand to the body by Redkach.
There's another left hand by Redkach.
And given Brosch's aggressiveness, that left hand of Redkach is going to be key. I have a feeling he's going to be landing it quite a bit.
Someone's going to leave himself open. Here's another left hand followed up by a right by Redkach. Big left hook, and again, Redkach some punishing body blow.
Oh,
body shot, that one hurt.
Left hands to the middle of the
stomach.
stomach.
My goodness, he's got Brosch against the ropes, teeing off.
Brosch never been down, never been stopped.
He is taking some punishing body shots by Redkach.
Something tells me the way Brosch started this fight upset Redkach a little bit.
Absolutely. Another left hand. That was an uppercut. Sends him back, a punishing uppercut. Brosch is hurt. Let's see if Redkach can finish him off. Left hand up against the ropes, and that's it. 1,
a performance by Ivan Redkach. Brosch took some punishing shots.
So we're ready to go. 4 rounds in the junior middleweight division. Look at John Duddy coming off a first round TKO. Couple of, just last month, made his pro debut a few months ago. Leo Ladontia was very confident. Let's see how he reacts when he gets hit by the Irishman, and expect John to be all over him, and he is. Right hand, staggered, and down goes Ladontia. They call, yes, think his knee hit. Doesn't appear to be in a great deal of trouble. John Duddy appears to be a heavy-handed fighter. Combination. Right hand, left to the body. 3 lefts by Duddy. Right hand by Duddy. Just missing on the left hook. And he's looking to take Ladontia out of here. Right hand, left hook, body punches. Ladontia must answer back, or he's going to get knocked out. Big left hook by John Duddy. The Irishman is all over Leo Ladontia. Big left hand. Duddy has to be careful that he doesn't punch himself out because he gets hit with the right hand. And down goes Duddy.
What a fight. This is turned into a slugfest. Duddy got careless. Ladontia catches him, drops him. This is turning into a great fight.
Duddy, for the first time, has tasted a little adversity. He was off balance and got clipped with a shot. Ladontia now coming back. Oh, a big right hand by John Duddy. Wow. Ladontia in a world of trouble. Look at his eyes. Look at his eyes. I think he's out of here. He's surprised if he lasts. This round, Duddy coming in. Big right hand just misses. Left hook, right hand. Duddy looking to finish off Ladontia with all the Irish people cheering on. Duddy on the inside. Probably one punch away, and that may be it. Ladontia all over the place and out of here. And the Irish are a-cheering.
All right, we're going 4
Dr. K.
rounds.
Redkach,
You've got Born God Washington taking on Carlito Gonzalez. Brian, give me the tail of the tape.
Well, as you can see the numbers there, neither one of these guys are young. Born God looking for his first victory. Angel Gonzalez looking for another victory.
And the rules here, Brian, the unified rules, no standing in, no 3 knockdown. Only the ref can stop the fight. And the, whoa, those rules will have to wait.
Here Carlito comes out hard, and Born God Washington right back at him.
Listen, I've known Carlito for about 15 years. One thing the guy can do with both hands, he can really punch.
Well, both guys have hurt each other early on in this round, and listen, Gonzalez said he wanted to knock Washington out by the 2nd round, and he has gone to work early. He's got Washington on the rope. Big left hook.
No, he can really bang, I'm telling you.
And they're going to stop it, and that is it. It took less than a round for Carlito Gonzalez to get his victory.
And I'm a little surprised because Born God Washington almost stole the show last time on Broadway Boxing. He did lose, but he fought tremendously in a losing effort, and he was never in this fight at all.
All right, here we go. This is round number 1. It's scheduled for 8 rounds. You've got Andre Berto in the red trunks with the blue trim, and in the red trunks with the white trim is Terrence Washington. This is round number 1. Again, it's scheduled for 8 rounds. So right away, we see the former Olympian Berto showing that hand speed, Dave.
Well, you know, a lot has been made of his quick start in the professional ranks, and he's done what he's supposed to do so far in his career. And this time, putting us to guy looks like he's a little bit bigger, so we'll see if the chin of Berto's opponent holds up.
Well, Berto is showing the fast hands as he goes with that jab and then the right hand right behind it. He's up on his toes. He's getting off shots, although Washington's blocking them pretty good on the glove so far. Takes a dip. That one, even with the power taken on the back of the glove, it kind of twisted his head a little bit. He's showing real good power here. Kid's 8-0 with 6 knockouts as a professional.
And he's made Washington gun shy. He's not even putting out the jab to keep him off.
And his jab is a parring jab, Dave. He's not committed to it. He's backing off. When he throws his jab, he's parring with it. And Berto has the confidence to come right through it because he's technically not throwing the jab properly. You see, he gets a jab out a couple of times there, but he's not really committed to it. He's jabbing off the front foot. You got to be driving off the back foot if the jab's going to be effective.
It's a scared jab.
Good right hand body shot that time right underneath the left side of the rib cage of Washington. And there's Berto loading up shots now.
You have to love how he's ripping into the body shots. Nice leverage, good power, real tight conformation when he fires that left hook.
And you see what I mean about the difference in the way the jabs are being thrown. This guy, even though I don't like the way he particularly hangs the left hand down, at least when he throws it, technically he throws it right because he has that push off the back foot and he really snaps the jab off, and it's a punch as opposed to the lazy left jab like this off the front foot of Washington. Now, Washington's 8-2 out of Dallas, but he doesn't have anywhere near the experience as an amateur that Berto has over 100 amateur fights. And good international competition with that, too.
And you see the confidence of Berto, knowing where he's been, all that competition, and the fact that his body shots have already registered. Big numbers for him as he's driven his opponent back now, and he's in total control.
And you had a tendency to see what that jab means, and there's another very stiff jab. And even when he falls short, he doesn't think in terms of one punch. He's got that right hand right behind it. And as that jab continues, oh, look at that, half hook, half jab. That time, and down he went. Counts up to 5 as Kenny Bayless has it up to 6 and 7. I don't think this guy wants to go anymore. 9. He's just waiting to be counted out. That's it.
Yep.
It's all over. So it's scored as a first-round knockout for Andre Berto. His record moves to 9-0, and he has 7 knockouts. So that's a nice, impressive victory over a guy who came in with a pretty good professional record of 8-2. Slips to 8-3 now, does Durans Washington.
Well, half hook, half jab, as you were saying. Total avalanche with one little package there. Really was nice and tight when he let those shots go.
Well, you could tell by the way he was hurt that he had no tendency. See that half hook, half jab, and right on top of him now with another shot.
Here he doesn't get penalized. The guy already had the knee down.
Yeah, the shot didn't show that, but Dave, we both know that he was down on that knee right there, and boom, he nails him. Kenny kind of let him get away with it.
Yeah, because you could be disqualified on that, and it would be a shame to risk that. He wanted to follow through because the left hook in his mind hadn't quite done enough.
All right, we're ready for 4 rounds. Christian Martinez was only 17 years old when he won the New York Golden Gloves Open division in 2005. Now he's 22. This is his second pro fight. And here we go. A year layoff for Christian Martinez in the blue trunks. It's Gabriel Morris in the white trunks.
Well, Christian had a few problems outside of the ring that he had to deal with. That was the delay of the time off, so to say, to his career. Beautiful right hand.
Wow. He came in with a reputation as a left hook puncher. That was a straight right hand. And Morris, never been stopped before, is still a little dizzy here. Less than 30 seconds into this fight, Morris goes down.
You just said he never been stopped before. Let me see if you say that in about another minute.
Get off the rope! Get off the rope!
Well, Morris trying to answer. He does not have the guns to match Martinez.
Left hook to the body. Dave Fields called that a slip?
I didn't see a count issued.
He called it a slip. He said no knockdown. He waved it off.
But then why a delay? Well, he's going down anyway, and I think he'll wave it off here. That's some return to the ring for Christian Martinez, excuse me. All right, we always love to watch Tor Hamer on Broadway Boxing. This is a little different for him. He's fought mostly bigger guys, bigger than himself. In his 9 professional fights tonight, he fights a much smaller guy and a substitute. And Brian, I think as a result of that, there's a little bit of pressure on Tor Hamer to fight like his namesake, Thor, and bring down the hammer on Ali.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, again, smaller guy, stylistically should be tailor-made for him. And he has pressure. He brings a lot of fans. He promotes himself. He has pressure to deliver in exciting fashion.
And you're seeing an aggressive Torhammer at the start. That's predictable. Talking to him at the weigh-in yesterday, he said he has to come out aggressively. He'd like to finish this quickly because he feels that if he doesn't, well, he's gonna, even if he wins, he might look bad. But we all know America is just dying for a young heavyweight to get excited about. Torhammer has a great backstory, good amateur credentials as well, two-time national Golden Glove champ, a one-time national Golden Glove champ, two-time New York Golden Glove champ. But I'd still, even though he scored a lot of knockdowns so far, Brian, I'd still call him more of a boxer than a puncher.
Absolutely. Volume puncher, boxer, strictly boxer. One thing I noticed, Tor jumped out immediately on Mr. Ali. And Ali went to the European style, hand out to get distance, and it slowed towards attack. The European style can be very confusing and intimidating to fight.
Reminds Ali from Egypt, a country that has produced very, very few professional boxers of note.
You've been in the game much longer than me. I don't know any Egyptian. Nice body shot. Although the right hand, he went down with the right hand. It was a left hook to the body, to the solar plex area that hurt Ali, I believe.
And Ali does not look all that anxious to continue. It's over. He spit out his mouthpiece. Torhammer looks disgusted, a little bit incredulous because he was expecting a little more from his opponent.
Travis Peterkin taking on Damian Reed, 4 rounds, light heavyweights. Let's get the tail of the tape, Brian Adams.
Well, you see the numbers there, guys. Forget the numbers. Peterkin is at home, so I look for the crowd to push him more, and that's going to be the factor in this fight here.
We've seen Peterkin on Broadway boxing, who's very impressive.
Yeah, he turned pro on Broadway boxing and scored a first round. Actually, it was his second fight. He scored a first round knockout. And you see that Peterkin is a southpaw.
Mm-hmm.
So is Damian Reed.
Right. And Reed says he's fought a couple of lefties as a pro already.
Peterkin usually works quickly, and he has him up against the ropes already.
I expect this fight to go, a couple rounds. I know the crowd here, a few people saying 1-round knockout. I expect 2 rounds because I expect Reed to be a little defensive-minded the first round. Peterkin has a tendency of getting over inches, which you can see there.
Throwing hard, Peterkin had him on the ropes again. And, Steve, the one thing I noticed when you watch Damian Reed is his hands are down.
His hands are down, and he doesn't seem to punch with much. He's got to stay off the ropes. When he's on the ropes, Peterkin would be very wise to go to the body and take any spirit away that Reed may have.
Peterkin again has him up against the ropes, and Reed goes down.
And Reed was holding the back of his head. I don't know why. He got hit on the chin, on the top of the head, forehead, and he holding the back of his head.
He's back up, so here Peterkin trying to finish him off. And he's down once again.
Not really a reason for this fight to go on, but I guess it will.
Here we go. Peterkin looking to finish Damian Reed off to the body, head combinations, and I think that's it.
There was not much there, so you really can't explain the action or the method that Reed came in expecting. I think he got overwhelmed by the volume of punches. Nothing clean, I don't think, hit him. But, again, I didn't get hit, so.